and access the internet directly. There was just too much setup to do that here. So I'm showing you on a Mac Mini. This is our demo running more of a canned internet. And I'm going to use, once it opens up, I'll show you one of my favorite ways to navigate. You can input this with gesture. It works with Connect. It also works with the Leap, which those two things will limit the audience. So my favorite way is just with any smartphone. We're using it as a trackpad.
Kept it going. He's still in the race, but he's got a lot of work to do now, and Red Bull's chances of clinching the constructor's title here looking a bit shaky at the moment.
Sorry about that. So what I'm going to do is realizing I need to get this demo is designed to be in 3D. So that first one was if I had a 3D TV, which I'll show you outside, it would go to 3D. So in this case, you can instantly, I just switched it to 2D mode, and I'm going to activate it this way. This will work. There we go. So in 3D, this would come out forward into space. And I'm just taking my finger and I'm moving it up and down here to select something. If I wanted to bring in Twitter, I move it across, and it introduces a Twitter feed and some other things like this. That would be live if you were all hooked up here. So notice how easy that is to kind of pull that in. So it's quick access to the things. That selection would be unique to each person. Some of it's related and some of it's not. The stuff above is really some of the stuff that we're doing already. We're accessing our social feeds, so you just do that online in the same space. There's an app down here that we've accessed to open up, and this was in 3D space, which is very cool. Come up and take a look at it. That track down there sits out in 3D space in front, and now this is using an existing app, so which is really cool to take an existing one and bring it into 3D space, taking it from the down here in your hand like this, to putting it so we don't have to lose our gaze of the race going on back there. So, and I can go through. It has this particular app has these kinds of information. You said, well, let's get some information about that guy. So you can get the idea of how quick it is to. I'm just doing this with my finger right here. I'll show you maybe just another example. This is a BBC program on the Voyager, program about that space program. So. In this case, it found some of the same things up there, the social things above, but it's also got a NASA link down below. So I'll move that down here to this, pull that across, and you've got, this is actually accessing Wikipedia. We do a lot of work where you can go directly in and get kind of open source information, say from Wikipedia. There's a little model up there that's been introduced, which was actually a free model from off the website. And with this, I can move my finger like this. I'm moving it left, right, left. Because I'm moving that around and looking at it. This is pretty amazing when you see it, and that's floating in the room in front of you in 3D, moving around. So, right, you're going to take a look at that. But that's all I'm doing is double tapping and pulling this forward like that. There's just other information. So, in fact, this one is interesting. I'll double tap here. So, those are the planets that it went to, and it's just pulling in images from the NASA site. So I can scroll through those with my finger like this. So push back again like this. So and all of this in 3D is pretty fun to look at. So I think those are the two. I have some other parts of the demo that I can show you, other examples of different kinds of content. But the basic thing about this is I think it's realizing again that the audience is already doing some of these actions. They can access the NASA site while they're watching this program. So I think being able to also, we're doing two things here. We're offering this internet of information and the ways to do that, the audience, for audience. We're also building, of course, an authoring kit and SDK so that proper content can be made, this branded content too from. This one is if you had gone to Sky News, for example. Let me show you what comes up on the side. This is a clip about the Korean Missile Crisis. But I have a subscription to New York Times, which I could look at on my mobile device. But in this case, I can pull it across, and it will go in and smartly find the articles in there that are related, so I can kind of comparatively look at what's going on the Sky broadcast against what I read about on New York Times. And also, of course, you've got the Sky. This is taking information from the very nice Sky app that has extra information as well about it. So this is extra content coming in from it's just repurposed into this space again that would have been on your second screen allowance. So I think it's all we have time for.